Welcome to Yearn to Learn, and you are watching Perspective by Priya. As I say, perspective matters. Yes, perspective matters. So today I'm going to talk about a professor who once brought a glass jar to his class. The students thought that their professor was going to conduct some experiment. But what did the professor do? He took out a few big rocks from his bag and started putting them in the jar, till the time the jar was full of them. He asked the students, "Is the jar full?" The students replied, "Yes, sir." He then took out small pebbles from his bag and again started putting it in the jar. He moved the jar a bit and the pebbles also got settled in the jar. He again asked the students, "Is the jar full?" The students again replied, "Yes, sir." This time he took out sand from his bag and he moved the jar a bit and started putting sand into the jar. The sand also got its way through the pebbles and rocks and got settled in jar. Then he again asked the students the same question. What? Is the jar full? The students again answered, "Yes, sir." He said, "When rocks were there in the glass jar, the jar was full. When I put pebbles besides rocks, then again the jar was full. When I put sand besides rocks and pebbles, then again the jar was full." So, what is it? You're also wondering what's the message? The students were also wondering. The professor said the rocks that he put in the beginning represented their life. The small pebbles that he added later were examples of other things that are important in our life, like our family, our job, our hobbies, our friends. And the third thing that he put in the jar was sand, where sand represented the luxuries and comforts of our life. When we had our life and good health, which means only rocks, then also our life was full. It was complete. The jar was complete. When the pebbles in the form of job and other important things were added, then also the jar was full, it was complete. And finally, when sand was added, then also the jar was complete. But the message is incomplete without what I share with you. The professor told the students that if I put it in the right order of importance, rocks first, pebbles second, and sand third, then they all may accommodate in the same jar. But what if I change the order of importance? Which means, what if the sand is put first? If the jar is full of sand, do you think there is place for pebbles and rocks in it? Yes, it simply means that if sand, which means if luxuries and comforts are given utmost importance in our life, then we may lose space for pebbles and rocks, which means our friends, our other important things in our life, and our health, the prime thing of importance. So the takeaway of this video is, so the rocks represent the most important projects and things in our life that are going on. For example, our good health, our life in itself, spending time with our family. The sand, which represents the filling options in our life, are material possessions. This could be small things such as watching television, browsing through our favorite social media sites, or running other errands that we enjoy. These things do not mean much to our life as a whole and are likely only done to waste time or get small tasks accomplished. So the takeaway here is that if we spend all our time on these small and insignificant things, we will run out of room for the things that are actually important in our life. So friends, if you want to make your life meaningful and effective, your perspective matters here, because rocks are more important in your life. The jar of your life will still be full. Take care of your health, spend time with your family, just prioritize things for yourself. The sand, if filled in the jar, may not leave space for rocks and pebbles. That's it for today. This is Priya signing off. May God bless you all.